Hello friends, welcome to another video tutorial from Shomu's Biology. And in this video lecture, we want to talk about how to write research proposal. And in this whole series of videos, we want to discuss about how to write research proposal, how to write research grant, and all the different types of referencing strategies. We'll be talking about plagiarism and many more important topics that you need to know as a researchers. So let's begin with the first lecture, how to write a research proposal. Research proposals quality may vary for person to person, but I find a unified way that can satisfy most of the research person. Okay, so to answer in one word how to write research proposal, I can tell you one simple sentence to remember, and that is tie polymer. If you remember this tie polymer, you will know the framework to write a good healthy research proposal. Now let me explain what this word means. So let me first take a color and let's discuss. See, it begins all these different alphabets, they corresponds to a particular fragment of the research proposal that you will be writing. Now the number of word counts that you need to write for a research proposal may be mentioned by the agencies or by the organization, so follow that guideline. But what we can say is that which things you need to include and what is the sequence of all those things. So let's begin with this. So this T stands for the title, okay, I stands for the introduction, and at the end you can say R stands for the reference. So it begins with a title and it's ending in a reference, okay, and in the middle we have all the rest of the framework listed. So title, introduction, and then the process is problem associated with the topic that you want to write about, then all the different steps that I'm going to mention now, and at the end I'll tell you why we put this tie polymer in place. Now remember, this LI and ME are stitched underlined because LI stands for one particular step, ME stands for one particular step. Other than that, all the individual alphabets stand for one particular stage, like LI for literature review. And so let's begin here. First of all, you need to add a meaningful short title, and a meaningful short title continues like this. So provide a very brief and meaningful title to your project. So that means you should not write excessively or should not write very less. For example, a title like a 3-year study of population decline in the spotted salamander following logging, road building and wetland near the vernal pool in a hardwood forest of northeastern Connecticut. So this is something of a huge title. So it's not a title, it's a paragraph. So you should not make a title into a paragraph. Your title should be to the point, should be short and should be meaningful. So this is absolute no. On the other hand, you cannot write things like habitat models for use in rivers. For example, for another project, habitat models for use in rivers. If someone read this title, it's too short. So obviously no. So it should not be too long, it should not be too short. While if you write that same title into this, a study of a population decline in the spotted salamander following logging in northeastern Connecticut. So this is something which explains the same as this paragraph, but much less in size, and you can put it into a single line. So it's kind of a good meaningful short title. So it's absolutely yes. Another one in the second option, so it was too short, but now if you write validation of in-stream habitat models for the Fenton River stores Connecticut. So for example, this if someone read this title, does not get any idea about it, but if read this title, it got some idea about it. So obviously yes. So this is how you should coin a title, you should frame a title. Remember, not to explain too much, but explain exactly what you are about to do. Okay. The second is introduction. So in the tie polymer, we are now in this stage, introduction. Okay, I for introduction. Introduction contains background section, provides a description of the basic facts and importance of the research area that you want to explore, because the research area is broad. Now maybe your research is concerned at a specific topic, but still you need to explain the introduction means the background of that research area. about that topic. So what is your research area? You need to mention here. You need to also mention the motivation of this research and how important is it for the industry practice or knowledge advancement with the help of this research. All these things are equally important. Now the third one is problem statement. So you have T, I, and now we are going to P. So P stands for the problem statement. Problem statement is, while you are forming a research proposal, why you are doing a research proposal. Obviously, you know that there are some background of the research is already being going on that same topic, but why you are conducting research in that same topic? It because you found out a problem associated in that topic. Now you want to get rid of that problem. So you need to state what exact problem that you are dealing with. So it should be a clear and concise description of the issues that need to be addressed with the help of your research. So you should follow this. What is the specific problem in that research area that you will address? And for example, a lack of understanding of that subject or low performance. Let's say a technique is already there, you want to explore a new technique. Why? Your answer is there is a low performance in the existing technique, that's why I'm going to find it out. Or let's say, although we know about that topic, but we don't know about that topic in that detail. So your idea of that research proposal is to gain some more knowledge about that subject. So this can be your problem statement. Now it comes to the fourth step is now TIPO. So now here O stands for objectives. So what will be your object? Objective is a list of goals that will be achieved through the proposed research of yours. And it should be like, what are the benefits or impact that will be generated if the research problem is answered? Second, why would we allow the research to be done? Okay, so these are the two important things. And also, like, it's always a truth, because whenever you tell someone that I'm going to conduct this research, the first thing they will ask you is why. What is the objective behind your research? I understand that your research field is important. Why it is important? So you need to state all the objective and the motive of your research, and that motive should be logical and obviously should be beneficial for humankind. Okay. Now the fifth one is preliminary literature review. So remember, we started with TIPO LI. So now we are at the LI. So LI means literature review. So preliminary literature review provides a summary of previous related research on that research problem and their strength and weaknesses and justification of your research. So whenever you say that this is what I'm going to do, in the objective you mentioned, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to find. Now the next question comes, is it only you is finding this, or already research has been done on that topic? Now you need to answer that with literature review. You need to tell that yes, I've already studied all the existing literature in that field and I never found out the exact answer that I'm about to find with this research. So that's what you need to find out. What is known, what have been done by others, as well as why your research is still necessary by knowing the research of the others. So you need to point out important informations which your research can only provide, although research already has been conducted on that topic earlier. So you need to justify your research and you need to justify why your research is still necessary to be conducted. Then the sixth is research methodologies. So we'll begin with TIPOLI and now ME for methodologies, right? So research methodologies. So research methodologies means what to do and how to solve the problem and achieve the proposed objective. So you need to mention how you are about to conduct the study. If it's a study, then how you are going to conduct the study, the series of experiments that you are going to do, or it's a survey or anything. You need to mention how exactly you are going to address the answer of that question. Which research methods, whether it's a survey, modeling and case study, you need to conduct, and how exactly you will conduct it. And if possible, you should put a timeline with this research methods. You need to put the whole time duration that you may take for conducting that research, and also attach a schedule table, and then go to the last part of the research topic. And now we are here, we started with TIPOLE LIME, and now R is the end, typolymer. R stands for reference. and this is very very important, and we are going to talk about reference in the list and series of videos later. You will see why and how it's so important, because in research field the whole idea is to publish something for the first time, and the moment it's done you cannot take that credit. So it's very important that you reference other people's work correctly, otherwise it's a stealing, it's academic thief. So you should not do that. So in referencing, what you should mention here is all factual materials that is not original with you must be accompanied by a reference to its source. Now referencing are of different types. There are different styles of referencing, different types of referencing. So we are going to talk about that. I'll teach you about all the different major types of referencing in this series of videos, but you need to put this here at the end of your work. Follow the paper and proper referencing guidelines as directed by the research approval authorities, otherwise your research grant may not be approved. And here comes the summary of all the process. As I can say, the reference is already mentioned. The credit to Karen Kilsky, PhD, McNair Scholars Program, University of Oregon, and I'm very much thankful to provide this beautiful summary that he and she actually provided in this in her blog, and I put it from there, so I should properly reference that here. So we mention it, credit and recreational was allowed. So if a work is not allowed for recreational purpose, you should not use it, but in this case it was allowed, so I put it here, and it is really very very good. You can check her blog as well. So it says that the footprint or flow, like foolproof research proposal template. It says you start with general topic, wide interest. So you need to put a topic which is a wide interest, like global warming, immigration, cancer, etc. You continue with like there are literature reviews should be involved. What she said here. However, the scholars in this field have not yet adequately addressed that. So you need to mention that these are the research that is already been conducted, but this portions are still blank and left to be explored. Then you come to fill that knowledge, okay, and then you put your research question, that what exactly you want to do, and then you specify your research project, that how you are going to progress with this, including the literature review, methodology, timeline, and your budget. And finally you end up it with a strong conclusion and a positive thought that you are going to do justice about the research, and you are going to get the answer your question, because all your research grant commission, they want to know that whether you are positive about your research, whether you know what you're talking about. If you know what you're talking about, and if you're so strong in belief that you're going to achieve that task, they are going to give you the grant. And saying this, I conclude this topic with the references that I used to make this PowerPoint is listed here. 6 different references used. So if you want to know how to make a research grant proposal, which is a little different than a common research proposal, because a common research proposal can be asked to provide you before doing PhD. Institutes may ask for a research proposal to be prepared. So this is how you prepare for India as well as outside India. You need that for PhD and postdoctoral researches as well. Follow these rules, and I still believe that you are going to definitely get qualified for the research, and you will get your PhD and postdoc with the help of this information. But if you still want to know research grant and how to write research grant proposal, it's little different, although it's very similar, but little different. So stay tuned and watch the next video where I'm going to talk about how to write a strong research grant that will not be refused. Okay. So thank you everyone. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to get more and more videos like this. Thank you.